what you need to do is, now I'll just show you how to do this. So I go here, beta. I go here, ठीक है ना? So this is the minimum date, this is the maximum date, ledger date, this thing. This is the mint end. Date to consider, this is clear. This begin. My whole thing is that if I make the function in such a way that I don't count the voucher types. So what I'm trying to do is to minimize it, right? So type it as, जैसा मैं करता था वैसे करते था, fn underscore this. Modify किया, and here I say and voucher type parent not like percentage order and voucher type parent not like delivery percentage and voucher type parent. तुम लोग टाइप कर रहे हो ना in this function?
Yes, sir.
बेटा कर रहे हो कि नहीं कर रहे हो? सर आप कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं? ऋतिक?
हम जिसे कर रहा हूँ।
So बेटा ये कर लो बेटा, है ना? So I'm actually excluding all the sales orders, the delivery notes and the receipt notes. So if I do this, then I do not need to segregate between the revenue and the balance sheet entries, because I can put the revenue and the balance sheet entries in the same go. Is this clear? So I will pick up revenue underscore classification. I will start with the revenue underscore classification, but this is a function. So this function pick up this possible. So pick this up, go to running sum, modify, and instead of balance sheet, ODS voucher details. This is fine. This will work. Come down here. Close this. Close this. Pick this up, revenue classification, which is without this, right? And the loop which we will run is with revenue classification. So right now pick this up, replace this by this, paste, paste. Have you both done this? Now this is not a
Yes.
global temporary table. I want to keep it local, so I remove this hash. Is this clear here? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
सर किस लिए रिप्लेस किया एक बार फिर से बताइए
बेटा
ना।
मैं जो क्या कह रहा हूं कि I can actually, I don't really need to run a separate loop between balance sheet and revenue, because here I have incorporated a single condition, which is that the voucher type parent. So this is valid for both just one second, both balance sheet as well as profit and loss. ये क्लियर है तुम्हें कि नहीं आया? भाई ये जो कंडीशन है is valid for both profit and loss and balance sheet. So with a single function I can calculate the running sum. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Think through it very carefully. So what I'm saying here is that I will generate the row numbers based on the revenue classification itself, which is the entire set of ledgers which is coming from ODS ledger details tally. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And then minimum ledger name, the maximum row number. Then I declare everything here. Now here, instead of the balance sheet name, I'll replace it with revenue classification. Are you able to understand this? I'm going back to the source. I'm not this thing. आ रहा है बेटा कि नहीं आ रहा है समझ में? Otherwise we stop it here. भैया जो भी एंट्रीज हैं लेजर वाली उसकी हर तिथि पे स्नैपशॉट तैयार हो रहा है. नहीं आया समझ में? बोलो. Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then here what I do is I make a table. And I put in as company underscore name. Ledger underscore name. ये टेबल बनाओ. Then closing balance then sum of debit sum of credit. Is this clear? And then date underscore max. ये बनाओ. Dynamic balance sheet. ये बनाई. Have you made this? Yes or no?
कर रहा हूँ सर.
बना लो.
सर लास्ट में क्या डायनामिक बैलेंस शीट.
Have you made this? Both of you? Just tell me when you have made it.
यस सर.
So, in a normal scenario, I would say insert into dynamic balance underscore sheet, company underscore name, ledger underscore name, closing underscore balance, comma, date underscore max. Let me assume that I put in date underscore max also. Select.
सर
बेटा बोलो यार.
सर ये एक चीज पूछे सर.
हाँ पूछो.
सर इसमें मर्ज स्टेटमेंट क्यों नहीं लगा रहे हैं.
नहीं अभी तुम यार,
insert into.
अभी तुम इंसर्ट से करो. तुम मर्ज स्टेटमेंट अभी इस पे छोड़ो. तुम अभी जैसा मैं करता जाओ अभी वैसा करते जाओ. मर्ज में क्योंकि अपडेट थोड़ी करना है. आई डोंट नीड टू डिलीट इट. आई जस्ट नीड टू डू एन इंसर्ट. इंसर्ट वुड बी फास्टर.
Mhm. Mhm.
Company name at ledger name at closing balance, comma, at min underscore date. यहां तक तुम्हें समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? Can you do this?
Yes sir.
Now the case is that sum of debit and sum of credit is missing, right?
Mhm.
Okay, date max is there, right? So, I'm making it very simple. इसको बेटा ऐसा करो, वन और फाइनल कर देंगे. तो इसको रीनेम कर दो अभी, अंडरस्कोर वन. I'll tell you the reason why. Because मैं अभी उसको, if I do debit and credit sum also here, then it will become very complex for you guys. So here it goes. Now your first loop beta is which one? Ledger name. So set at min ledger name equal to at min ledger name plus 1. And set at min date equal to at min underscore date plus 1 end. ये समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? Create procedure sp underscore closing balance as begin and end. नहीं आया समझ में? एग्जीक्यूट. values
सर आप इन्वेंट्री एनालिसिस में कर रहे हैं?
So select star from dim underscore date. Just do it this way. Copy it. तो dim date ID पकड़ना पड़ेगा ना. dim underscore date underscore ID. A join dim underscore date B on. A dot date to consider is equal to B dot date description. Cast this as date. Right? Then So guys, I'm sorry. Actually, even I've lost the steps once again. I'm sorry, madam. Because I'm going very slow. So what happens is even I lose the steps at times. At min date.
सर ऐसा तो मैक्स का भी तो करना पड़ेगा, आपने कर दिया।
दे तुम्हारा क्या होगा, तुम भी ना कमाल कर रहे हो।
नहीं सर, मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया था।
बेसिकली तुम्हारा क्या है कि हो बे एट min date में क्यों प्रॉब्लम आ रही है अभी? I pick up the min date ID, join this on cast is this, and a dot considers this cast this as date. A second cast this as date, right? And this is min, cast this as int. ये कहीं कुछ और तो नहीं ले रहा? Cast this as int. Actually, I'm going very slow, so my thought process actually gets, and min date at min date 1 at min date is equal to at min date 1, and min date is set cast min date ID from date to consider this. Select start from dim date को नहीं करना. Suppose I take this here. इकतीस ना, min dim date ID is this 31 times, right? And max is 6576. Just one second. Select start from hash date to consider na. So the problem is here, right? This date to consider is only one column. Comma row underscore number. Actually I'm typing it very slow na. So that's the problem. Over date to consider order by, because ascending or descending, ascending होगा ना, ascending तो होगा. Date to consider ascending as row underscore num underscore date. ऐसे हो जाएगा ना दोस्त. ड्रॉप टेबल, तुम ये टाइप कर रहे हो डेट टू कंसिडर. यस और नो?
Yes.
I'm going very slow. That's the problem.
आप बता दो, हम वीडियो देख के फिर कर लेंगे, कोई बात नहीं।
कौन सा? क्यों नहीं आ रहा? Actually, what's happening is I'm going very slow, so therefore this whole thing is getting messed up. So it goes like this. Select star from date to consider. यार तुम लोग select तो लिख नहीं पा रहे हो, तो मेरी इसमें क्या मदद करोगे? ये रो नंबर आया ना, देन रो नम डेट हुआ ना, रो अंडरस्कोर नम डेट, ये किया तुम लोगों ने? यहाँ तक कर लो। विकास की जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए। यहां तक तुम पहुंचे? कर लो, यहां तक पहुंच गए?
यस सर, कर रहे हैं।
करो। हो गया? इज इट डन?
यस सर।
Why is it happening at a problem here? Ronam date. अरे यार मेरा दिमाग कहाँ है आज? I'm going very slow ना, तो मेरा सारा दिमाग भी खराब। That's the problem. That was the problem. Select star from this is the one. This this, this. Declare at min underscore date description as date. Set equal to select तुम लोग टेस्ट टाइप करते रहो जैसे मैं कर रहा हूं वेयर रो एक मिनट अब ये इंसर्ट कर देंगे इसको बट दिस यू गाइस यू शुड बी डूइंग इट कोड चेंज हो गया इसलिए थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आ गई हाँ बिकॉज आई हैव गॉट द रेवेन्यू एंड द बैलेंस शीट आइटम्स इन वन सिंगल गो आ जाओ ये समझ में आया कि नहीं आया ये तुमने किया कि नहीं किया ये सुनो
यस सर
मैं यहां पे अभी इसको रोक रहा हूं देन आई विल ऐड द डेबिट एंड द क्रेडिट फॉर ईच ईयर इन द मंथ एंड दैट शुड कंप्लीट योर बैलेंस शीट देन वी विल डू द लेजर फ्लैटनिंग वील डू इट टुडे इटसेल्फ
ओके सर
Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So I'll go through this again. First is that we are picking up the group name. There is revenue details. In this step. Is it clear? Then here
Yes, sir.
we are putting it into a temporary table. Here we are classified it into non-revenue entities and revenue entities. Then company name and ledger के basis पे from the original revenue classification we generated a table and generated a row number based on the company name and the name. ये तुम्हें समझ में आया कि नहीं आया?
Yes, sir.
Then I go down to date dimension. I pick up the year and the month. Dim date ID, year and the month based on the date dimension. Then I pick up the maximum date ID from here based on each year and the date dimension. So pick up the last date of the year and month from the date dimension. Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then you pick up the date entry from the date dimension. फिर मैं I generated the row number based on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 इधर किया. Yes or no? Then I pick up the minimum date int, maximum date int, minimum ledger date int, maximum date int. और ये डेट का कर दिया. So minimum date is the minimum row number date. Maximum date is the maximum row number date. Yes or no? Minimum date is you pick up the date for that particular case. So while minimum date is less than equal to maximum date, minimum row number, maximum row number. ये ledger का किया. Then I pick up another while do loop. Then I declare company name, ledger name, opening balance, running balance, closing balance as the variables. Then I pick up the company name from this particular table where minimum ledger name is equal to row number 1. Similarly name. That for each company name and the ledger name for each date I pick up. Then I put them into function and I get the opening balance and the closing balance running sum. Yes or no? And then I insert it into dynamic balance sheet 1. I increment the ledger, this thing. I increment the ledger number. I increment the date number. Right? ये हो गया. ये तुम्हारा था पूरा का पूरा प्रोसीजर. डू यू वांट मी टू स्टॉप इट? नाउ यू गाइस वर सेइंग कि भाई तुम लोग खुद कर सकते हो. व्हाट आई वांट यू टू डू इज I want you to find out the sum of debit and sum of credit for all the ledgers by year and the month. तुम्हें ये तो पता ही है 1, 2, 3, 4 by date. तो current row number वाली date minus the prior row number वाली date. उसके बीच में जितना भी ledger की entries हैं वो मेरे को लाके दे दो. You guys only said na that you want to do it. You can do it on your own. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
तो करके दिखाओ कि मेरा within those two dates how much is my running sum. Although it's not really required because you can get the sum of debit and sum of credit also. तो इसमें तुम ऐसे भी कर सकते हो. कैसे लेके आओगे? For how would you do a sum of debit and sum of credit grouped by ledger name and by the year month? टेल मी. अरे सॉरी बेटा. Right or not? Is this clear?
यस सर.
ठीक है बेटा. I'll stop it here. Just एक बार रिवाइज कर लो इसको. Then we will do the ledger flattening also. Okay? और
ठीक है
तुम
ठीक है.
अपना काम जो मैंने स्टेप बाय स्टेप बताया था वो कर लो. हाँ.